ฮัลโหลสวัสดีฮัลโหลฮัลโหลสวัสดีฮัลโหลฮัลโหลเล่นดีกว่าเดี๋ยวเราไอ้นั้นก่อนดีกว่าอยากจะฟาร์มเลี้ยงสักหน่อยเอาลิซินแป๊บมีเสียงรบกวนขออภัยด้วยนะพอดีแทบไม่ได้นั่นนะเดี๋ยวเราจะมาฟาร์มอาร์ติแฟกต์เซียวนะเนี่ยดูเลยเซียวใช้ประคีบแล้วก็อาร์ติแฟกต์ประมาณนี้เลย2 โลม 2 กาเดี๋ยวให้ตัวสแต็กฟื้นฟูพลังงานโจมตีอัตราคีความนึกคิดประมาณนี้นะสถานะอย่างนี้อาจจะน้อยหน่อยเดี๋ยวปั้นเรื่อยๆเดี๋ยวอัตราคีน่าจะเยอะมาเรามาฟาร์มเซตให้ดีวหน้าด้วยตอนนี้เซตมันยังไม่มีเนี่ยเซตดีๆคือใส่ไปเฉยๆน้อยมากเนี่ยทำกันเลยดีกว่าหรือว่าเราค่อยทำก็ได้วะไม่ทำดีกว่าจะเอาไหนกันดีเนี่ยทำก็ทำมาลงทีมนี้ดีกว่ามาเรามาเริ่มเลย
Are you? Boo down. Kick it and whoop.
Barbados, guide us.
Evil conquering. Worthless. Here. Here. Worthless. Worthless. So soon.
I'm a rock. Can't handle your drink. Scratch me. You really
Burst forth. Feel this ancient power.
I swear by my sword.
Foreign. Lament. Worthless. Here!
Go as one! Resistance. Shine.
Barbados, guide us.
Go as one!
Got careless. Picked the wrong test subject.
เฮ้ยตายอยู่นะพลังโจมตีความเป็นคิป้องกันชีวิตเนี่ยอันนี้เกลือมีเซตเนี่ยให้พลังชีวิตนี่น่าจะดีอยู่อันนี้ก็น่าจะดีนี่ดีกว่าเล่นต่อเลย
Coming to be!
Go as one!
I swear by my sword.
For it! Disappear! Here! No escape! Here! Here! Worthless! So soon! Live! Witness my great undertaking!
Barbados, guide us.
ตายอะไรวะ
Oh, now you've got me worked up.
ดูเลือดก่อน
No escape! Burst forth! Lament! Worthless!
เฮ้ยอยู่นานมากแป๊บเดียวตายแล้ว
Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here! Picked the wrong test subject.
ตายพอดีเลยอะพลังชีวิตนี่เกลือโอ้โหเฮ้ยไอ้นี่น่าจะได้อยู่นะดูนะโอเคฟาร์มเซตนี้ให้จีนด้วยไม่ก็ให้คาซื้อ5ไปด้วยฟาร์มเผื่อๆไปเลยไหนๆก็ฟาร์มคาซื้อ5แล้ว
Are you? Look at you, Boomtail!
Moment of birth.
I swear by my sword.
เฮ้ย
Free.
ตรงไหนดีเลย
Foreign.
โอ้ยว้าว
Evil conquering.
เกิดความโอ้
Here.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here.
Oh,
Witness
now
my
you've
great
got me
undertaking.
worked up. Diana Special!
Wind, hear me.
Go as one!
Foreign. Disappear. Worthless. Here.
The merrier.
Worthless. Here. Worthless. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Useless. Burst forth. Moment of birth. You can't run from death.
Go as one!
โอ้มันทำไมวะนี่ไงพลังชีวิตได้มาแล้วอันหนึ่งสวยงาม
Coming to be!
Are you? Look at you, Bootail.
I swear by my sword!
Who is what?
Useless! Evil conquering! Cheer! Cheer! Worthless! Cheer! Cheer! Worthless!
Blink.
Barbados, guide us.
Burst forth! Feel this ancient power!
Can't handle your drink.
Lament!
You really know how to get me going.
Worthless! Worthless! Cheer!
Shine.
Cheer! I got careless.
I swear by my sword!
So soon! Coming to be!
Shake it out.
Disappear! Worthless! Cheer! Worthless! Cheer!
เล่นเรื่องเลยดีกว่าจบทีแล้วไอเนี้ยโอ้เรียบร้อยเหลือเล่นเรื่องไม่รู้จะทำอะไรแล้วเดี๋ยวเราเล่นเควสไรดินก่อนนะแล้วก็ไปเล่นแย่เสร็จไปเล่นโคโคมินะเนี่ยตอนนี้ของโคโคมิมาแล้วอาวุธมันจะเอาไว้ใส่กับยันเฟยเนี่ยยันเฟยเกือบทีพื้นฐานน่าจะแรงอยู่อะไปดูเดี๋ยวแป๊บนึงนะขอเวลานอกครับ
It's time to move on. We shouldn't stay here.
โอเคมาเริ่มเลย ไปเลย ไปกันเลย อุ้ยกดผิดมา
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual commission, and after careful consideration, we believe that
The traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
indeed, as ever. I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are available to help? Well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently, Rift Hounds are attacking the roots of the sacred sakura.
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures come from. But this time, they are attacking in alarming numbers with great aggression. The sacred sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you are aware of this already? Good. Then you can see that this case is very urgent indeed.
Is the Tenryu Commission aware?
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that the sacred sakura's root system is vast and their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to cooperate with all of the Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryu Commission with their work. But so far, the combined you have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances have been recently reported.
Relax. We'll be back before you can say
โอเคทำภารกิจแล้วภารกิจอะไรกันเอ่ยไหนดูสิ
The sacred sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought?
เจอซากุระอีกแล้ว
Keeping the sacred sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it. Time to teach him a lesson.
มาเสียงอาจจะเบาหน่อยนะไม่ค่อยดีคอก็แหบพูดดังไม่ค่อยได้ ยังสถานที่มอนสเตอร์ปรากฏตัวถ้ามันหมานี่หว่า
They're attacking the sacred sakura! Stop them!
แล้วไงไม่ต้องกลัวเรามี
Look
คิว
at
ตัว
you, Bluezel!
Wind, hear me.
แต่ตีไม่มาดีเลย
Useless.
Go as one!
Burst forth. Live. Feel this ancient power.
Go as one!
Barbados, guide us.
Forth. Lament. Here. Worthless. Here. Worthless. Here. Useless.
Diana special! Shaken and stirred!
Moment of birth.
Go as one!
Wind, hear me.
Boring.
เอาให้มันมาอีก
Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryu Commission needed help!
Oh,
Come on,
wait.
travelers, you can take them!
ตีทีไม่มาเลยตีเดียวเลยนะ
Disappear. Worthless. Here.
ตายหมดสวยงามพามาแล้ว
Torn to oblivion.
นี่จีอีมาแล้ว
Shogun? Wait, no! Could also be A!
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the Tenryu.
Okay, sounds more like A. You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way the world is today. I was finally 8 since then. Every time I encounter an obstacle in my thinking...
Makes sense. You must get super...
Might I remind you that I am not here to amuse myself. Recently, I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of you. I considered this matter worthy of my attention. So I pursued them, and they led me here, where I happened to run into you. If the Shogun rather than I were to discover them, yes.
Why? Because she's just a puppet?
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, matters of this nature are to... rift hounds attacking the sacred Sakura.
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and the monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. And their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and teeth, and... So you've heard of it, too. That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. But an excess of caution is not unwarranted in this case.
Guess you can't argue with that.
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area...
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the monster...
ตัดเรื่องหาน้องสาว
It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
เฮ้ยอะไรเนี่ยลอยเลยเนี่ย
Think you can bully me?
ไปเจอแล้วตรงไหนต่อฮะ
We are lucky. The damage is not too serious. The Yashiro
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or
Wow.
something? And how
From
come
the
it's
OT
glow?
layer.
Huh?
เฮ้ย
What's this? Could they be dead people? But why would they appear here?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
มันวิญญาณนี่หว่า
I can't go on like this. Not when the other troops are
What happened here? Could you tell us?
Who are you? What are you doing here? Run quick while you still can. The monsters will be back. We will defend Inazuma until our dying breath. You don't know? Beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere.
ศูนย์
They're merciless, ferocious, and they will devour every last trace of humanity.
Look!
Not right now, but they'll be back. Look, the almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. I don't know how long we can hold out for.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
It's... the Shogun? You're back. Please, we beg you. Only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel the...
Calm down. The war
Over. But...
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and a soft... There are no monsters. Nor is there any...
What? But how? Just moments. I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own eyes.
Hey, calm down!
I think I understand. Yes, we were right. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin
Wind
to
Chan.
understand what that was all.
If I am not mistaken, what we
Spider.
just saw was a samurai's... The sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. An entity formed with strong purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards.
So the memories of the ones that died.
Yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now was yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern, but my friend, Kitsune Saiku, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us acknowledged it...
So, Inazuma was attacked at this...
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all... I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have ever...
Hey!
Yes. For the longest time, all my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatar...
โอ้
But... After my clash with human ambition, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed. Moving forward inevitably invites further loss. Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had experienced, all those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, it is high time. Warriors of the past who spilled your... I will never forget you.
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
โอ้โคตรเศร้า
As expected, there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
การพิ้วของเกมนี่ดิ90โคตรประจำตัวผมดาว3 Effect No Beat No Beat อีกแล้วเหรอ81
Paras leave them to me.
โอ้โหดาเมจแล้วด้วย
Now you shall perish.
โอ้โหดาเมจอย่างเบาอ่ะเกมปั้นนี่เบามากเลย
Illusion shattered. There is no escape.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, usually you'd pull out your sword and swish! Vaporize them all in one...
You are unduly concerned. Although I have some understanding of the situation already, it could take an... I must be prepared for anything. If there are more formidable
makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. We definitely need... Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
เฮ้ยอะไรเนี่ย
Furuyama?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon? I thought you were off fighting.
Fighting a battle in a distant land?
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in his ability to appraise tea.
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought a guest. I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshments on account of the current situation. After all, it's quite a mess out there.
What should we do? Yeah.
I see. So, they have fought there. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, and now the Almighty Shogun is here. I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was power. People flee out of it. Me, I have no such thoughts, and I have no regrets. The Almighty Shogun often speaks to me about her dream. Just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid... One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. So you see, as bleak as things may be now, I have experienced...
Perhaps.
It won't be long now before I have to say goodbye, but I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned... Once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of befuddled, look, the almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the tea ready. One moment, I'll just... I hope the others didn't smash it to smithereens in their hasty departure. Really? But it's always been right by my side. Goodness gracious.
Why don't we go to the commies?
ไม่รู้เน็ตเป็นไรนะตะกี้โทษเลยเน็ตค้างหน่อยโทษแป๊บหนึ่งขอดูอินเทอร์เน็ตกัน
I shall protect the lady of the
Done it.
clan.
โคตรค้าง
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
I shall protect the lady of the clan. I shall protect the lady of the clan.
Reduced to just standing around. How absurd.
I shall protect the lady of the clan. I shall protect the lady of the clan.
The damned will sooner die again than lay a hand on me.
It's the Traveler! And the almighty Shogun! How might I be of assistance, Your Excellency?
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, almighty Shogun. Oh, and I'll inform my lord about your visit immediately. And...
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually, I'd prefer...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure you must have a lot of questions.
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too. The almighty Shogun that he described didn't sound angry.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. any free time I had. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea for was the former Electro Archon, who was also my sister, Raiden Makoto. He may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now.
You and Makoto had pretty different views.
Indeed we did. It was, in her eyes, the most precious things in this world. They are similar. But when you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human. Now, it seems like she...
Wow.
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, a dream, an ambition, is a yearning for something material. Makoto was more concerned with the force that...
That's...
To put it simply, Makoto wasn't... I didn't understand at the time. I suppose what it comes down to is the definition of... Yes, it does. But in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was...
Do you feel you're starting...
You have already witnessed my previous views, but now... I know...
Almighty Shogun! I found a tea set.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such as I doesn't...
It's all good, sir. She's actually...
Let us return. We ought not keep Furuya...
เจ็บที่ต้องรู้ว่าเธอนั้นต้องไปเจ็บที่ต้องยอมรับคำว่าเสียใจโคตรเพราะแปลว่าหนีไปดูอย่างอื่นกันเลยทีเดียวฉากคัสซีน
He wouldn't have gone looking for a tea...
Or perhaps the
So we won't... We didn't even have a chance to say...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disorderly. Well, this chance won't come often. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. Please give it a try. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things we've seen, I've been reminded of many people, too. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the events of 500 years ago. Not only...
She died in that disaster.
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. But this time, the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no choice but to leave me behind. Yes. It was too late. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So it was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not I? Why did she... It was there and then that I resolved to pursue it. When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had no one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was a miraculous effect with the help of the sacred sakura's power. I was finally able...
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. She had such a great love for this land. I once told myself that I would never speak of these events, but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue once... And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced that battle in person...
Sister? You mean to say that she was somehow involved in the Conria disaster?
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there for the whole thing. by the time I arrived, and also, my mind was consumed, so I am afraid
Oh, well, boy. Both of you have experienced.
with this last cup of tea. Thank you,
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
จุดไหนว่าตามรอยไปเนี่ยนี่ไงตามรอยไปนี่แหละมั้งโอเคไม่ใช่อ๋อตรงนู้นมึนเลยตรงนี้สินะมันต้องหลบนี่เราต้องเดินรอบๆแล้วเนี่ยตายสินี่เจอแล้วเฮ้ยหมูกล้องเก็บไปทุกคนไม่ชอบหมูกล้องแบบนี้เลยอยู่ข้างล่างแน่ๆอยู่ข้างล่างปึ๊บใช่ปะเฮีย
Come to be.
ปึ๊บเปล่าคือไหนวะตรงนี้ตามรอยต่อไปอยู่ข้างล่างนั่นนี่ไงจริงด้วยหาตั้งนานนี่มาถึงตรงนี้แล้วปั๊บเฮ้ยน้ำมันหมา
Once again, please leave.
Hey!
Fit.
ในดูสิมันเดิมปะมันเดิมมันแตกเท่าไหร่อ่ะโอ้โหขี้เหร่เมตได้อยู่นะ
Shine down!
โอ้ย
There is no escape!
แต่ที่จะได้ต้องตายก่อนบังคับตาย
Illusion shattered!
เรียบร้อย
Are
อ๋อ
you alright?
ไม่ได้โดนแช่แข็งแต่เป็นนั่นเอง
I'm fine. I...
เฮ้ยอะไรวะกดอันติแล้วหายไปเลย
Maybe you should leave this one to us.
My apology.
Don't worry about it. We'll deal with the Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency? We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man. They're coming back.
Don't!
Danger is our duty, ma'am.
No need to worry, Almighty.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and their willingness to grant their power to humans means they have high If the Almighty Shogun is in...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've... Just the sight of you appearing before us once more. This hope is the...
Everyone, on me! Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the almighty Shogun!
มาได้เวลาออกตัว
Witness my great undertaking.
Barbados, guide us.
Forth! Lament! Cheer! Cheer! Worthless! Worthless!
Shake your ass, dirt!
Live.
Wind, hear me.
Evil conquering! Cheer! Cheer!
Coming to be.
Huh, I'm here. Scratch that.
เฮ้ย
Look at you!
หายมาอยู่นี่ตายไปช้า
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun,
Well, what are you guys?
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We are brothers in arms.
just leave it to us. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with no matter what kind of
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never doubt you. With you leading us, we will
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
เรียบร้อยขโมยมาละ
They're
กดสลิม
gone.
เลย หยอกหยอก
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. The result being that in the centuries since, you could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaning, but even so, they are due a resolution.
Well, Paimon thinks that
Thank you for your comforting words. I used to think just like that samurai, but what Inazuma needs more, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need, yes, they are, as the Raiden Shogun they revere.
well said.
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, no matter how long it takes, I am committed to bringing this to fruition. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter is halfway. I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the follow-up.
Alrighty then, let's move on. He looks calm on the outside, but Paimon, she seems to have changed a lot since. Huh? What's wrong, eh? What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like the situation. No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why? What's in...
A battleground.
ร้อยอุ๊บนี่มั้งเดินดูไปก่อนอ๋ออยู่ข้างล่างไอ้หำเลยอยู่ข้างล่างต้องลงไปอีกปุ๊บนี่ไงอยู่ตรงนี้เลยทำอยู่ตรงนี้เรียบร้อย
We're finally here.
ตรล้ำอะไรกันครับเนี่ยประตูพอร์ทัล
Whoa! Where'd the Tory gate come from?
It's good. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. It looks like she...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
อะไรกันครับเนี่ยนี่เปิดประตูพอร์ทัลไป
Where are we go?
ว้าไปแล้วนี่น่าจะเป็นคัสซีนเรื่อยๆไม่ใช่
Paimons! Whoa.
โอ้
This place. Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within. Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
เรียบร้อยเอกับเอมาต่อสู้กัน
Paimon knows that
เอ
voice!
กับโชกุน
Is that?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped that you believe your present self has greater certainty than your... But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or have you... I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the dialogue...
Wait.
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun reject, as she indicates. Once I started entertaining the idea of... But inside a realm of consciousness... I exist independently, though she is a puppet. The Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their Hey, showdown with...
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No, I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power of... It inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable loss that every action undertaken is for the sake of determination, courage, love. Only rules shall remain constant. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no... You wish to make yourself my... I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Write an A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Weak, pathetic. Torn to oblivion. This ends now. Illusion shattered. The eye sweeps the lands. Inazuma shines eternal. The pitiless sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered!
Your verdict is decided. Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered! A divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. There is no escape. Is futile. Inferior. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Pathetic. Shine down. Insolent. Inazuma shines eternal.
ครับ
Euthymia crumbles before.
Have you finally defeated her?
It appears your martial prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain?
How the heck?
In this realm of consciousness, she was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living beings, including you and me.
Then, does that mean this is...
Maybe. But I have to... If I don't do this, the Shogun's... This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries. And 500 years ago, humanity proved that here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge... It is about time that I learn to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which I fight for the everlasting future of Ina, I vow to the subjects of Inazuma during my absence. I place everything.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
เรียบร้อยคามุยเชี่ยโคตรอลังอ่ะโคตรอลังการอ่ะอลังจัดแบบคาซีแน่ๆ
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really... She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn at... What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. And then she might never leave again. Yeah, we should help her out. Like, is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help... Well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to... Oh, but we also can't... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel time on now. Oh, you're right. Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm plane thingies more than we do.
ต่อไปให้ได้ว่าไปแล้วจ้า
Let me guess. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep...
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of frick.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm impossibly stubborn. Jump straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now? Rushed into it without thinking. Well put. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure!
Uh-huh. You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
Rồi Thì Mà
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how... To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can
So, it's abstract, but has a location. But
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your... This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A.
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you!
ให้หมดเลย
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now... I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you... Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Well then, the door is open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
เตรียมพร้อม
Go. You better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter.
ไปในเวลาวาร์ปคามุยโอ้โหมีอ่านหนังจังวะเนี่ยมันย้อนเวลา
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
มาแล้วคามุยได้มาเจอกันอีกแล้ว
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the... Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, for your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you bring honor to the title of... Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago.
หลายปี
Final
หลายปี
duel?
เนี่ย
So you're finally will... Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new.
มา
The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of
เปลี่ยน
nations.
ร่างก็เป็นไรเป็นเรดิน
Energy
เร
that
ดิน
consumed,
เรดินอะไรวะ
great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they
ตาม
demand,
ตามปะไม่ตามหรอก
sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Perish. Illusion shattered. Infuriate. Witness. There is no escape. Final calamity.
กองมาแล้วแล้วก็สุสานโกปุ๊บร้อนมา
Illusion shattered.
Eternity is in my hand.
ไซเดนมีมันคือ
There is no escape.
ตัวมันไรดินเนีย
Erase all threats.
ทำไงวะเนี่ยอ๋อกระโดดกระโดดไม่ได้ต้องมีตัวโล่อีกนิดก่อน
Perish. Shine down. The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed.
เรียบร้อยชนะแล้ว
This is the end. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was... But a will that cannot be eroded has no way. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength, yet my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess, and whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of this power is beyond the... This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power. When I clasped Mu, it was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, you truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans... I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties.
Makoto?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power... a convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, there was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me.
But... You never mentioned this to me.
Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time.
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria?
I had some sense of it. That place was not some... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous...
Don't look down on me.
See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. But it is you who must take the most important step.
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh?
Is it really?
Infinity Stone แน่ๆนี่มันอะไรวะ Power Stone
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
ไปแล้ว
Goodbye, Makoto.
นี่มาโคโตะสุดท้ายเสียงสำเนียงเหมือนไทยอ่ะเฮ้ยสุดท้ายสำเนียงเหมือนไทยจัดมาโคโตะจบแล้วจะเที่ยงแล้วด้วย
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and no matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without... And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me...
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto...
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a higher power involved in all of this. Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been complete.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura and
No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune, and obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly. You were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed enough. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to it. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the Traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks. My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights again.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your... After all, you saw Makoto in there.
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, I have to say. This has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word.
Makoto said the exact same...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much... The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today. After that, I will abolish the
Really? That's huge!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for... I'm looking forward to it. Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am prepared for them.
Yaimiko said nothing of the sort, and the traveler has some nerve making up spurious claims about her while she is still present. Some words are not to be passed on. Trust me, you don't want to know the cost of betraying me. Just think of the things I said.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Ooh.
Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma, but I am... Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It's not only the monsters that I...
That's a tough one, all right. There's plenty more
Since you clearly understand, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. To put it bluntly, it was constant torture. Faced with an endless battle, I had to remain focused at all times, safe to say. Were it not for my previous experiences in combat, and through it all, many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. Makoto's gaze was always fixed on the people of... But now, I see that hers was a gaze...
If the people of the past deserve the god's attention, then so do the people of...
Indeed. No longer will up... Many challenges still lie ahead for Inazuma. But abolishing the Sakoku decree has a myriad of implications. It would be folly to... For example, I can foresee the outside world posing a threat to Inazuma's business.
Hey, you're thinking about this all so conscientiously. I've only got as far as...
Honestly, Miko, many challenges still lie ahead for... Many challenges still lie ahead.
Right.
Another bad one? No, let me try again.
ต่อไปหน้าก็คืออันนี้ไม่เกี่ยวหมดลงไปแล้วต่อไปนะกดล็อกของแย้มิโกะเลยเราจะเล่นให้ครบไปเลยนะเล่นยาวๆไปเลยนี่ไหนวะนี่อันนี้เดี๋ยวพรุ่งนี้ไม่พรุ่งนี้ก็ตอนเย็นเดี๋ยวเราจะมาเล่นอีกรอบนึงนะเพราะตอนนี้มาเล่นแค่มิโกะกับไรเดนเฉยๆเริ่มแล้วไลฟ์นานนะ
Publishing house in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time was pretty
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing for, and that is a ton of Mora.
But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm seriously done for.
It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing Mora at it.
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Huh? Really? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head and recite a special incantation, then you're... Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This, my friend...
A wish ritual? That actually works, right? Even Paimon knows that's...
I didn't believe it at first either, but that changed when... It's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. Like, a lot. But get this. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up to find his whole bed filled high with Mora.
His whole bed was filled with... Wow!
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of Mora is a... Whether you believe it or not, it's not exactly a difficult ritual.
If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around.
Really? Well, come on! Well, if it really is true, then just...
Paimon ยืมตังค์นะครับไพมอนเอ้ยไพมอนอยู่ตังค์อะไรได้ขนาดนั้น
On closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people...
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light...
No, it's not hear my summons, it's heed my summons.
Hey! What are you guys up to?
Whoa! Sheesh, you scared me!
Incantation?
Junkichi is trying it out to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently, so... I mean, I obviously don't. But Junkichi never listens to an outside opinion.
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, struggling writer looking to get over... Anyway, I just know this is going to work.
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine? Oh, I just know...
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to sit down and have a good look at you now. Trying dubious methods from any old light novel.
Wait. What? This wish...
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out of nowhere and took... As a fellow writer, I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is...
Look, Junkichi, yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots of people say...
What's so surprising about that? They're probably...
This is starting to sound... Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami? She's the expert when it comes to both light novels and...
ถามมิกุดีกว่า นี่เอมิกุ
Miko! Great, you're here!
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a wonderful novel here. Oh?
Well, we were just... actually,
No, not at all. It's...
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm begging...
It really is nothing major. I stand by the...
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji-ai. Please, here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother Domon turned him away. Took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't a... But since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different person.
You know, There really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to. If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd know.
Oh, all right. Then tell me.
About 5 days ago.
5 days ago, you said.
Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time for him to be acting. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon.
Wait a minute. Now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother?
Well, they're kinda two sides of this.
Whatever. Let me ask you this.
What? Room.
Oh dear.
Lady Guji, please stop changing the subject.
Miko, he seems really desperate. This thing with his brother sounds really bad.
Okay, fine.
Yay, Miko!
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine, and in fact, they are experts in—
Yeah! Wait a sec!
Really?
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So let me get this straight.
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of things, but we ain't exorcists.
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter some mumbo. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the protagonist gains self-confidence, everything else just magic. Well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a
This feels all wrong.
All right, let's go. Don't worry now, I'll be
Okay, let's follow. What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko's mind, but she seems even more disinterested than usual in Yohei's situation. Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff. One day, I'll be as great as Ryuji.
How strange. My brother's been
meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after defeating but that's not important right now. Where the heck—
This does pose a bit of a problem. If we can— Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by—
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us?
No need. While What's-His-Face is handling that, we'll take a walk around and—
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask you about the—
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry. He'll be able to pay you back as—
Huh? Debt collector? But, it sounds like
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted—
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing her, in the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it. He blamed Domon.
Wait, what?
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. That's ridiculous. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You can ask Kenji at the village.
โดดหลอกกันแล้วจริงๆเลยอะไรนะครับเนี่ยเริ่มมันวิ่งช้าจังวะ
Hey there!
Oh, you mean Shingo?
Yeah, we heard that Shingo defeated an apprentice of Domon's.
Yes, it's true. Wait.
We're not here to sign up, but we would like to hear.
Oh, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui art. But when he drew his sword, the way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water. Mesmerizing to watch. Domon's disciple is no pushover, but he was...
Is Shingo really that...
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel, too. He was celebrating very vocally, saying something like, what a
Any other details to share? We've heard that Shingo has...
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used to. In the past, he never used to do much except lie around, but just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't...
Quite impressive.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out. He shouted, "What is that stuff?"
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcists. Fine, I found my brother. He's at the waterfall, and I've got...
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details.
ปัดเป่าสิ่งชั่วร้ายขับไล่ปีศาจมาทำกันปัดเป่าสิ่งชั่วร้ายขับไล่ปีศาจ
Useless.
เครื่องมา
Here. Worthless.
Look over there. That's him at the waterfall.
So this is Yohei's brother. Hey, listen! He's talking...
Woo! Can you feel? Found your own school. So shallow. Please, spare me. Spare me. I can't take any more. I'm gonna die, Yohei. Yohei!
Did you hear that? All the nonsense aside, he's going...
Huh? Who?
He stood up! And now he's coming...
No, don't come any close. Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, poor thing. Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the balance, and he's using his final breaths to call on you for help.
Well...
The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly resentful to you.
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't know. But surely you should have more insight than anyone else into how you're... Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully. Your brother is your closest relative. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me.
But,
As you wish. It's fine by me if you don't. But after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it...
All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. Just like the book described, we drew the magic symbol, stepped inside it barefoot, and after my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing sword skills. But his whole... Because... I was worried that if that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor. I just wanted to keep this...
So then, why'd you go to the Grand Narukami
Well, 'cause with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten involved in the occult art. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but let him keep...
My, look at you with your Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not his. They belong to the spirit that...
You're right.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt, and then draw your sword.
What is that?
It's the spirit.
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me! Save me!
Miko! He fainted!
We do nothing but you, little one. Just a quick fight, and this will all be
Who's there? Come on.
He's coming! Be careful!
Let me try.
Moments of birth.
I swear by my sword! Lament!
Tear! Tear! Worthless! Worthless! Worthless!
Useless!
Cut down.
ถ่ายไปซะ
I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
He disappeared! But he looked pretty content at the end, huh? Well, Paimon sure is confused.
We can talk about it later. There.
What am I doing here? Shingo, are you alright?
Yohei, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword anymore. I even beat one of Domo. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own. I was terrified, and I wanted to take control of my body back, but I couldn't. And the voice kept talking about...
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before too much longer.
Thank you, Lady Guji, and thank...
All right, take him to get some rest. He will experience a high fever, but it won't be fatal. Remember, at this point I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of you.
Yes, we understand now.
Thank you, Lady. We'll be on our way then.
Miko, would they really have lost their lives if we had... And if so, why the heck were you so reluctant to help?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise, I hardly think these two lazy...
So, what?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you?
Paimon's got it.
Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions.
Fair enough.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, you exhausted its strength by fighting it, so it disappeared. Even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body to... Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that...
Well, the main...
All right, seems like we've wrapped up everything.
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped up, but are you...
You mean you disagree? Oh, you mean that they got the incantation from that...
Actually, that book's the whole reason we came looking for you at the...
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable for them to be interested in incantations to summon the supernatural.
That's not the point. The problem is that the incantations in the book are actually...
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do succeed...
But who wrote this book? And why? Don't we think there might be... What do you think, Traveler? Well, when you put it that way...
Lady Yai!
Kuroda? What are you doing here?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month. All the...
Let me see. What? We're losing market share?
Yes. Overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and trending ranking. We're being beat. One book is topping the charts. It's called
Both of you, back here now!
Nico? What is it? You...
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is an all-round hit. Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our latest featured work, and now a rival book. I have to come up with a counterplan. And you are going to help me.
Huh? How is this our problem all of a sudden?
Paimon, please. Who wrote this book and why? Don't we think there might be a bigger safety? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma isn't so important?
Wait! What just happened? Again!
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going. I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me out.
เจอกันที่ชั้นนั้นจะมีเออีกมาอาบทกันก็ได้เวลายิ้ว
Alright, Nico. We're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this rival book?
Why don't you take a guess? I'll give you a hint. It's to...
Oh, Paimon knows! Combine the reputation of the Yai public...
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely...
ผิด
wrong.
ว่าละนี่คือ
A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest light novel right now. If we did as you suggested, we've been bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers. All we would accomplish is to create more...
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower and resources such an operation would require...
But that means there's nothing...
Well, I've been thinking. I've read a first-hand guide to summoning spirits. It has... The book contains many ancient kaidan, or tales of the... I think we're going to have a difficult... That's right. How do you get rid of the next big thing? So what we're going to do is create Inazuma's newest hit novel, smash our rivals' sales numbers, and win our readers back. Incidentally, this will also be the best way to combat the...
Wait, Miko. So you want us to write a novel?
Well, becoming an accomplished novelist certainly isn't an overnight process. I did say this is what we're going to do. Anyway, there is a writer's submission event going on at the moment. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there when you're done. I will assemble it.
The new book from Yai Publishing House is out. Come take a look.
The Yai Publishing House has held many writers' submissions. The winner gets a huge amount of publicity. It's...
The key to a successful light novel is when to use illustrations, what they should contain, and good illustrations can make up for bad writing. But on the flip side, there's a saying that light novels are essentially a case of buy art, get words free. The illustrations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits are
I'll be honest. I read light novels for in most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this long and drawn-out character arc, usually involving by contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First-Hand. The protagonist is a kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of incantation.
I've been reading light novels for a long time now. I'm mainly into big, ambitious... These days, though, everyone seems to be imitating each other. Most of the time, I can guess what the story is about just from the only recent book worth mentioning. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life. So...
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized. Let's go tell our findings to Yai Miko.
เข้าไปได้เฉย
Ah, there you are. Let me introduce the team. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative Satomi is Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories, and they will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks a Now then, tell me what you found out about readers' preferences. All very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality more importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of...
Paimon followed pretty much all of that. For example, we know we need an original...
Before you can answer that question, you take a first-hand guide to summoning spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the kitsune. As a traveler, there must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to the people of Inazuma. What is commonplace to you may be fresh and original.
Oh, right! So maybe we can take inspiration from our... But that would make it a completely different sound.
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based... As long as the core content is interesting...
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What are you thinking? No one would ever go for that, no matter how you tried to play it.
Out of a maximum of 10 points, I'd give that a 9. Is there really flying emergency food in other worlds? How does it taste? And how do you cook it? It's a strong opening, an easy way to grab the reader's attention. Never underestimate the appeal of culinary-oriented subject matter.
Hey!
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of thoughts from the experts. Are we able to work with this general
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2.
Huh? Won't that...
Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. If we don't keep delivering the goods now we've caught their attention, Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go. Can't you see that
What's wrong with you? You don't look so good.
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little further before it came to this. But
Before it came to what? What?
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch-nemesis for life, appearing without war.
Sounds awful!
When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a bite to eat and take boss, get me a plate of fried tofu, and get some kushikatsu for... Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh, wait a minute. Miko, we'll make it...
Of course, everyone that takes part in the
Alright, cool. Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now. For the sake of our paycheck, get your brain going!
รีบใช้หมองเลย
Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back? Let's see now. The protagonist arrives in Liyue and befriends a young man who doesn't have the money to pay for anything. Only later do we find out that this young man is none other than Rex Lapis himself. With the help of the Qixing and the protection of the Adepti, I am free to roam this vast realm. Is this the kind of cheap thrill that guy was talking about?
I give it a 9.8. The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. Also, there are a great many legends about Rex Lapis. I'm sure it will spark the people's curiosity. I, for one, think there's a sizable market for this. Approved.
Alright, well, let's just hope Zhongli doesn't...
Great. Well, now Satomi can get started on that.
Leave it to me, Lady Yai.
เรียบร้อย
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas? Clearly very closely based on your own personal experience, with no major changes at all. That's fine. Since it's something that took place in Inazuma, it might actually be more interesting to readers if it... One thing, though. We'll need to rewrite the part about me giving you the Omamori. Let's change it to... The mysterious Lady Kitsune teaches the protagonist a spell that can make their wishes come true.
Whoa. So we're really going head-to-head with our rival on...
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the passage where the protagonist...
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to beat a first-hand guide to summoning spirits?
The content is fine. Now we just need to promote it. I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. I'm positive they will be at least as good as those in A First-Hand Guide to Some... She runs a regular Q&A column in That's Life magazine. You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yai Publishing House at some point to commission Ms. Hina for that recommendation. Let me think. What's spelled... I've got...
Always refining her craft.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements, but since it's Lady Guji that's asking, with Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come to us but Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts on replying to readers' letters, and turns down maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, if we can get that endorsement, may your light novel sell well and set a new record for the...
We'll do our best!
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous Adventures of the Traveler by Thousand Hands.
What a strange pen name. Definitely your doing. Having been around you so much recently, Paimon slowly...
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of work by a lot of different people to get this thing finished.
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout...
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now. Do you really think this is gonna work?
That's right. Be confident in your work. That's exactly how...
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for the results. Thank you all for your submission. I wish you the very best of luck.
รออีก3 วันโอ้ านจริงๆเลยนานจังวะโอเคสักทีดูดิ
You've all finally made it. Good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off the shelves. Multiple sales locations are asking when we'll be printing more copy. This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. Most new books don't sell 30% of what you... I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll know...
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light... We sold a lot of
Oh, don't worry. The change is already... Shh. Listen to what the people around us are talking about. The conversation has already moved on, hasn't it?
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incantation from A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits at Midnight.
Oh, that? That's a throwback. That's old news, man. No one's talking about that anymore. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. I've already memorized all the incantations.
The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell in there on a moonless night, you'll receive protection of the Kitsune and all the other powerful yokai. I heard that the incantations in A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of Mora and got it, but then one night it all turned to... They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get rid of the... That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone was trying before.
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling less worried now?
Wow, you're right, but what's this moonless night? Paimon doesn't remember that detail from the brainstorming session.
This is something that will become very important to us further down.
There's a phase 2?
Of course. Behind every book that hits the market lies an author, right?
Oh yeah, if we leave him to his own devices, he might... Also, we still need to figure out what his motive for...
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. But when we went to ask him about it, he had no... Yes, this is another case of possession. Only this time, whoever... After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi, in frustration.
But the spirit that wrote the book has already left him now, right? So, what are we supposed...
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role. Oh, what are you talking about? The fun's just about to begin.
จากทุกทางล่าข้ามศตวรรษโคตรตึงเพลงโจๆนี่ลอยมาในหัวเลยโจคนร้อยร้อจริงอย่างล้อแล้วไม่กลัวติดลิขสิทธิ์ด้วยนะไอ้หอยเอ้ย
Burst forth.
มาใกล้จบแล้ว
Nico, what is...
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a certain elusive...
Really? But it feels so eerie here.
That seems rather fitting. What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're finally about to meet the true...
Paimon's heart is pounding, but Paimon's pretty sure... Hey, wait up! Ooh, Paimon's scared. Stay close by, okay?
เรียบร้อยไพมอนดีกว่าเริ่มทีมเสี่ยวมันเดิมเนี่ยทีมที่โหดที่สุดตอนนี้ทีมชาติรองลงมาต้องปั้นยาวๆเลยอะเสี่ยวเริ่มแรงแล้วเมื่อก่อนนี่อย่างกากตอนนี้นี่อย่างแรงอะเฮ้ยอย่าให้ไม่โกะโอเคโนบิทอีกแล้วคุณจอห์นโนบิทไม่ใช่เลยแล้วก็กลุ่มดาววันนี้ที่3ซะด้วยจะเป็นยังไงเอ่ยโอ้ขี้ลิดขี้ดาเมจก็พอได้แต่ไม่ค่อยดีเท่าไหร่
What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to show?
Probably a...
It's a good piece of artwork and all, but it's also... Looks like the artist signed...
Let's go inside and take a look.
โอเคไปเย้มิโกะเฮ้ยเสียงวันนี้ดี
My lucky
Right
day.
here. Emerge. Right here.
My blade.
Right now. Show them. Show them.
โตโร่มาเลย
Right here.
โอ้ย
Emerge.
เฮ้ยเฮ้ยเฮ้ย
Diana Special! Think you can bully me?
อยู่ก่อน
Show them. Right now.
คิวหลบไม่ได้วะ
I'm always watching.
โอ้ปล่อยตายไปซะแย่โคตรสวยแย่ดีกว่าแย่ซากุระเยอะ
This place is
เดี๋ยวให้มาคนละเกม
Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird-looking stool as well. Wonder what it's for.
Ah, I see. Huh. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. Alright, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move. Right here. Emerge. Come on out.
แย่มิโกะภาพมันดูแปลกๆนะ
Right now. Come on out.
Think you can bully me?
ว่าไม่ค่อยดีอะ
Come into being! Witness my great
เจ็บที่ขอ
undertaking!
โทษแล้วกัน
Look at you, Boozound. Scratch.
Barbados. Guide us.
Foreign! Disappear! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here!
โอ๊ยเดี๋ยวกู
Useless!
มาแล้วแย่แล้ว
Right here. Right now. Nothing lasts forever.
ปุ๊บปุ๊บปุ๊บดาเมจก็พอได้แต่เอฟเฟกต์ทำไมไม่กากๆจังวะเอฟเฟกต์ดูโคตรกากเลย
I swear by my sword!
ตัวนั้นมาเลยว้าวเด็กกกนด้วยโอ้โหโคตรดีโคตรแจ่มดีกว่าอายากะเยอะเลยพอคืนเลยไปแล้วเดี๋ยวช่องบินไม่ได้
Show them. Come on out. Come on out. Right here. Right now.
โอ้โหแป๊บ
Right here. Come on out. A sight to behold.
ออก ไม่ได้
can't handle your drink.
What you got?
Take it
I feel this ancient power.
Lament!
Cheer! Worthless!
Such a pain.
ตรงนี้ปะเปิดไม่ได้อีกนี่เปิดไม่ได้ยังไม่ได้เนี่ยได้สักที
Go as one.
ว่า
Come on out. แล้วก็ตรงนี้ร้อย
Whoa. It's that painting we just saw. It's getting eerier and scarier.
Okay. Next, I will show you a secret kitsune spell. The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here. Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit to possess a living person's body. You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit.
Are we positive that summoning a spirit to be...
Oh, you really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you? I'm a little jealous. I wish my friends were caring like that. Anyway, are you scared, little friend? Don't you worry now, it'll be over soon. Sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind. Try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
เราตั้งจะเป็นแบบบอทเลย
It's like he's sitting inside the painting. Huh? Is Paimon seeing things? Did the painting just move?
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, now, what kind of wish do we think it would take to summon forth the author of?
Probably.
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt, though, so The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need an outline for Chapter 4 as soon as humanly possible. When is the earliest that you can turn it in by?
The painting is moving again!
เรียบร้อยตัวเรา
I never thought. What have we here? Another budding writer?
We got you! So you're the one who... What are you trying to do,
Huh? What's this?
เธอพูดได้เนี่ย
I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked right into... You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai to...
What? Paimon knew it! You had an evil plan all along!
Oh, did you now? Then how naive of you to let me possess this body so... I sense, yes, great power within. Good. Good! With this power, no one shall be...
Wake up! Quick! Wake up! We gotta stop him!
It is futile. You shall never wake him again. This body now belongs to...
Hey! Come on, wake up! Don't let him take your mind! Miko, think of something! You're laughing?
Oh, Rakusai, you haven't changed a bit. You caught on so quickly.
Well, you made the face enough times that I couldn't exactly miss the hint. This is what you were going for, yes? Never one to stand on the sidelines of a good spectacle, are you? Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor thing scared witless.
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai? Miko, you guys know each other?
Yes, we do. Of course we do.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, no, wait. To be more accurate, it's Urakusai's memory.
Memory? But isn't he a spirit?
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were gnawing at the sick? You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human memories, in life, yokai possess supernatural powers. And even when they are a shadow of their former selves, typically yokai memories survive longer in the world than those of...
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots when I suddenly heard someone yelling, "Please, someone, anyone, help me write a truly amazing novel." It piqued my curiosity, so I popped inside his body and wrote a novel for him.
So that's how it happened. But why did you include a summoning incantation in the novel?
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive, I wasn't just another kid. But with this incantation, they can go one last little joyride in the world for a couple of days.
But...
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to the humans.
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave, hmm? But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that they go out and shape their fate with their own two hands, given that they're not born blessed with the same. As for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves. So when you think about it, we're actually doing the humans a big favor. Miko.
Yes.
All right then. You finally convinced Paimon. You guys...
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day antics. Miko is actually one of the most powerful yokai out there.
Not only that, Urakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book you wrote, A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits.
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help it. And yet you went to all these... You were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we all used to gather around. All right. You win, I lose.
I finally get to hear you say it centuries later.
I remember when you were just a little girl, always...
Oh, Urakusai, how much time do you have left?
Not much. That goes for all of us, actually. Everyone's quite content in many ways, but they still can't help but ask.
Don't you worry about that, Urak. When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon us.
Great. Wonderful. Fantastic. Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So, I'll be on my way now.
All right. Goodbye then, Urakusai.
One last thing, Miko. I just want to know, have you been well all these years?
I've been great, of course. Every day is a happy one. Especially these days. Not only do I have my light novels, but I've also met these two delightfully nosy outlanders. And even A is finally starting to come to her senses.
Oh, well, great.
Urakusai, you'd be right at home in this era. A great storyteller and artist like yourself would be the Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole.
He disappeared. Are you awake? How are you feeling?
Are you all there? Here, like last time, repeat after me. Oh, you beat me to it. Looks like so. Your first possession, What was it like? Good. Saves me from having to hearing Rakusai admit defeat has put me in the most wonderful mood. In return, it's only fair that we make sure to deliver on what they're all hoping for. Yes, though they only represent a tiny proportion of the memories in the ley lines, since you've come this far, why don't you do one last thing for me,
You cannot be serious, Miko! You guys teamed up to scare—
Aw, come on. I'm really only asking you to finish what you started.
Paimon paycheck? Well, there's no way out now!
Ai. Mẹ ơi.
Well, hello there, my little helpers. So nice of you to join me.
As if we had a choice. So, Miko, what exactly do we have to do? Also, to be clear, we actually have—
It might sound ominous, but to put it simply, the Hyakyako is just a gather— Back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink, one by one they'd start soaring into the sky with their yoke. But now, the yokai memories that leak from the ley lines are weak. So I will be performing a convocation ritual for them, gathering all the wandering. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above the Grand Narukami Shrine. All the preparations for the ritual have actually been made well in advance. Remember the incantation?
Oh, yeah! Something about reciting the secret spells of Link—
That's the one. Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation at all. When that time comes, let's all pitch in and help send them on their way. I will start the ritual preparations shortly, and at that time I need you to do two things. First, tell the shrine maidens to leave the mountain. During the Hyakyako, a whole swarm of yokai memories will be hanging around in the air above the Grand Narukami Shrine. After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to congregate. The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat. But when their energy is they may see this as an opportunity to try and make it up the mountain.
Alright, got it.
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to the shrine and getting a close-up view—
Okay, let's get going.
มาสุดท้ายแล้วโคตรเหนื่อย
Descend the mountain?
Yep, Miko said the ritual she's gonna perform soon might—
I see. I'll evacuate—
We'll be taking care of a couple other things for her. And once we're done with that, we're gonna come back and do the ritual together.
It seems like Lady Guji places great trust. Lady Guji's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence when she's— Thank you for helping with the ritual.
Don't worry, Miko's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain.
จัดการมอนสเตอร์อย่างนั้นหรือ ยนไว้ในนี้กว่าจะได้ร่อนแบบร่อนไวๆตึงๆไหนหรอวะอุปกรณ์ในการร่อนไวๆตึงๆไม่ใช่อยู่ไหนวะแป๊บอ๋ออยู่นี่นี่ไงร่อนไวๆตึงๆเฮ้ยลืมไปแล้วจ้าสู่ความวุ่นวายอันไกลโพ้น
These monsters look really riled up. Yep, let's get rid of them as fast as... Alright, here they come!
Burst forth! Moment of birth!
Barbados, guide us.
Go as what?
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Useless! Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Witness my great undertaking!
Shake hands, stir...
Wind, hear me.
Go as what?
God.
Evil conquering!
Transgressions.
Worthless!
Winter.
Here! Worthless! Here!
ไม่โดนสักทีวะ
Worthless! Useless! Going somewhere?
Look at you, food down.
I swear by my sword.
Foreign! Disappear no more! Here! Here! Worthless! Worthless!
There's so many of them! Come on, you can do it!
Come into being! Feel this ancient power!
Can't handle your dream!
I dare you! Burst forth!
Barbados, guide us.
Think you can bully me?
Lament! Here! Don't hold back! Here! Here! Worthless! Train hard! Come into being! Witness my great
Think you can bully me?
Wind, hear me.
Go as what?
Boring!
Allow me. Strike first.
Useless!
Think you can bully me?
Live!
Alright, that's the last of the monsters. How far along do you think the ritual is? Let's head back to the Grand Neuro...
หนาวเว้ยคาเฟ่นะเว้ย
So many! They're everywhere! Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Paimon's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blacked out the moon!
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short. It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
Recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment,
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power
will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course. Just as I thought, the ritual went very smoothly.
But the look on your face just now...
I'm fine, seriously. Really, No. Honestly, you two.
Hiko...
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me...
Sure, no problem. Amelia...
Okay. Well, see you soon then.
Today is the day we agreed to treat Miko to a meal. The venue is Uyu Restaurant. Let's go!
ไปกันไล่มาชั่วโมงครึ่งแล้วเดี๋ยวพอแค่นี้แหละเดี๋ยวเรามาไล่ต่ออีกประมาณตอนเย็นนะโอเคนะคอนโด
Wait is unbearable. How is the next chapter of the miraculous...
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night finally came.
Yeah, that huge black cloud over Mount Yoga.
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using the method in that book.
Yeah. I guess light novels are just fiction.
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations from novels fad.
Huh? Paimon can't see Miko anywhere. Guess she's not out here.
Ah, my little friends. There you are.
Nico, what is this? You started eating without...
I did, yes. You're paying after all. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and... Ah, boss, see these two faces here? Remember that...
Alrighty.
What's gotten into you? Come on, sit. You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai Island. They shipped it to... Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know. If you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too. There are all kinds of fruit juices.
Nico! You are outrageous! Last time we were here working on the novel...
Strange. I remember no such thing. Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal, didn't you? Anyway...
Nico, this meal is going to be super
Oh, don't you worry about that. You can most definitely afford it. They're still printing...
What? Oh, darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our Mora from the very beginning!
Oh, by the way... Since nobody's wishes came true on the moonless night, so you'll have to come up with something new for the next... The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you. Thank you for the meal. Oh, did I mention? A saw that convocation ritual. I know she can be pig-headed, but it still took me by surprise when she wrote me a long and sternly worded letter about it, chastising me for taking this whole thing much too far. Oh, I hardly see what all the
That's just like
Bye, Miko. พอละเดี๋ยวค่อยไล่ตอนเย็นๆนะก็เดี๋ยวผมมานะสำหรับไลฟ์แค่นี้ก็ลาไปก่อนนะสวัสดีครับเดี๋ยวบอกก่อนครั้งหน้าไลฟ์ต่อไปจะเป็นในนี้นะคือทำโคโคมินะคืออยากจะเอาเนี่ยให้ยันเฟยไว้โอเคนะโอเคนี่แหละหมดเวลา